Wait there just a minute, buddy. Rewind the...
Hi, welcome back to another episode of Wait, Rewind the Tape. Woo, woo, woo. With me, Natalie.
And me, Ruth.
Yeah, it feels like it's been a while since we recorded, but it hasn't, even though it has.
Feels like weeks. I feel like we've taken a week off.
So much has happened, and yet nothing at all.
Nothing has happened, but so much has happened. I feel like my life changed and then went back.
Oh my God, listen, I'll tell you this stuff off air, and I know that that's something that the listeners hate. But this is stuff that I just can't divulge on the podcast.
I cannot wait. It's because you are getting rushed off of this episode. I also don't want to not because I don't want to divulge, it's just because I feel like everything is to do with my bowel movements, and I just feel like the listeners deserve better, and I'm not going to get into it. Listeners, I'll tell you when it's over.
when the
it's
situation.
Not what you think. It's not what you think. That sounds so
yeah
bad.
You're making it sound a lot more
disgusting than
gross than it is. Yeah, it's not so much to do with your bowels.
It feels like it's my whole digestive system. I fucked it, haven't I? I finally fucked it.
Well and truly fucked it. Who knew that would be the first thing to go? Well, actually, yes.
Anyone who's ever seen me pick lunch.
Anybody that's seen the way that we eat, the way that we do. If you look at oh my God. So firstly, I was about to finish the sentence, which was anybody that looks at our Deliveroo habits. Awful. Not that I order a lot of junk food. I just order a lot from Deliveroo. I
think when somebody else cooks it and it's a chain, it's junk food. It's not junk food because the food is junk. It's like you don't know
it's
how they're
like processed. But I don't order. Yeah. But my options are quite limited in what I can order, so it tends to be like from the same two restaurants. I just order too much. I eat in terms of like frequency and volume per order, like more than I need to eat.
I recently slowed down on those. I thought I'd gotten better. Then again, I just had a week of, because I went to York, really ruined me, believe it or not. Going to York, I was knackered.
I can believe it. But what I was going to say real quick about Deliveroo is I didn't realize this until somebody else pointed it out, that on the receipt it says like frequent customer, 5+ orders.
First of all, mind your goddamn business. Why would they say that?
I don't need unless the restaurant is then going to give me like preferential treatment. Why do you guys need to know that? Is it a 5+ orders at that particular establishment, and you're just letting them know that this is a frequent purchaser of your good
I think
menu?
That's what it is. Yeah.
But even so, that still just makes me feel.
I don't mind if they're going to throw in something free, but
they never do.
No. And
it would probably be something that I didn't want.
I mean, always send kimchi as far as I'm concerned, but yeah, they'll never do it.
You heard it here first. Always send kimchi. Put that on a mug.
No, because the people who would end up buying that mug, it would just mean that like all my favorite restaurant owners turn on me. They're like, why would you introduce this to this demographic of white middle class demanding customers? Always send kimchi. Like my bad.
Kimchi is delicious.
It is.
Right. Oh God, where were we? Just talking about how long it's been since we've spoken, seen each other. Exactly. So this week we're going to talk about one of our favorite shows, a show that I was, as I think I've mentioned on the podcast, was withholding from telling Ruth that I even watched. I'm not even sure why. I
don't think I've ever said anything that indicates I have highbrow taste.
But let's not pretend like that's also making out like that we think that Good Girls, it's Good Girls, guys.
No, it's
it
not.
is a lowbrow show, and it's absolutely not a lowbrow show. We've watched some absolute shit. May I remind you that I've watched both seasons of Sweet Magnolias. We'll never get that time back. So we watched some absolute trash voluntarily.
We have to do a One Tree Hill episode just to really seal the deal. Absolutely.
But Good Girls is genuinely a great show.
No, it is.
Great cast.
It's the best of everything, because it is a little bit trashy, but it's also a brilliant show regardless. Yeah. So that's why I think it's the best of both worlds. Because it's just it's a dramedy, as you would say, which it turns out is my favorite kind of show. But there aren't many.
Yeah.
There aren't many.
Is it? Ones. Do you think that Good Girls is sort of like this this era, or like this decade's like Desperate Housewives, if we're thinking about?
It's way better. No shade to Desperate Housewives.
No, but Desperate is that Housewives not just because of the time of
no, it's the writing. Because Desperate Housewives, after the first, I think, 2 seasons, the writers were doing too many things in a season, because Desperate Housewives has that.
True. Yeah. It's almost like a soap opera, isn't it?
Yeah, it has that melodramatic feel where a lot has to be going on. But that's why I love the show. I'm not coming for it. But when you do that, it just means that at some point the writing is going to get too fantastical to be taken seriously.
Yeah. Not
me being a critic. God damn. Don't listen to me, guys. I don't know what the fuck. I've read one book and now look at me. I'm an intellectual.
But I have to admit that I have, firstly, I've only watched Good Girls once all the way through. Secondly, I watched the seasons as they came out. So when that happens, obviously you just forget a lot as if you come to a show when there's already like 50 seasons and you just binge it all. So my kind of knowledge, it might be a bit patchy, but that's where I'm quite lucky, because I have Ruth, who is on the opposite end of the spectrum.
Guys, don't judge me, but basically I watched Good Girls this year. It was this year, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Which is terrifying.
And let me remind you that we're only like 2.5 months into the year.
Why does it feel like 6? I feel like when you get to March, time starts slipping away from you, because that's when the fun starts.
Oh yeah, that's when daylight saving starts kicking in.
Yeah, that's when you realize you haven't achieved anything in your winter of working. Yeah, right.
Yeah. Time is ever marching on.
Anyway. So like, it's fine. It's the beginning of the year. Not you high achievers out there. Timing is an illusion anyway, so I don't care.
Anyway,
so I'm choosing to do nothing.
I'm choosing to watch Good Girls.
Yeah, basically. I might watch it again. I was comfort watching the show. It's never happened to me before where I can watch the same show over and over. It's something my mum does a lot, and I've always thought was sociopathic behavior. Love you, mum, just saying. But, like, she's watched Bridgerton at least 12 times. Like, it would just finish season 1, she just started again. But Good Girls is the first time where I became my mother. So as soon as it finished, I would just start it again.
Has your mother watched Good Girls?
No, I wonder if she'd like it. She doesn't really like American dramas anymore. She prefers like Pakistani dramas. She's gotten so into them. I don't know if you know this, but unless you watch them, why would you? I don't know if you know this. I'm like, I've never known you to watch any soap opera or like melodrama. The one she watches, they're drama series in terms of like how they're length, but they're shot like soap operas. And like, so I'm not gonna lie, like if there's times that you'll just like walk past and you'll be like, next thing you know, you've sat through 3 episodes.
Always. Is that not how Good Girls hooked you?
Yeah, my cousin was watching Good Girls season 4, I think. End of season 3, beginning of season 4.
Yeah.
And I was just like walking through and I was like, what is this? Because it's always on. I was like, oh, I don't want to watch this show. I think because they said it was about like, they sold it like a mom drama about housewives gone rogue. But I was like, I'm done with this genre.
I have exhausted it.
I've exhausted.
You'd have caught me on this a few years ago, absolutely fine. I'd have been there with popcorn, but not anymore.
But then I didn't realize it was actually just a really good show. I don't know why they pushed that angle so much. It's just a brilliant show. But anyway, because it's like the best of both worlds. And I'm sure I've said this before, but it's definitely...
Wait, which worlds?
Like
comedy and drama.
Not just that, like gangsters and like
the
struggling moms. Yeah, like all mixed together. It's definitely like a
strong women
episode.
taking matters into their own hands.
I mean, it
well,
depends what episode you're on, to be honest.
Yeah.
A lot happens.
I guess that's how we start out though in season 1. It's kind of like they're like, shit, we're in like a situation.
The very first episodes, in the pilot episode, to anybody who hasn't seen it, I've seen it so many times I can describe it to you.
How many
times have I seen the pilot? I skip the pilot sometimes.
Sometimes sometimes I skip the first episode 1 of season 1 in this many times that I watched.
Honestly, I think I've watched the full thing, like every single episode 3 times, but there was one time where I just skipped all of Beth and Rio scenes, and then there was obviously the time I watched bits of my cousins, so I've seen bits. No, I know I'm a psycho. I was just like, I need to see their actual progression, so I would just fast forward to
see like you want a timeline of what of the Beth and Rio story.
Because like the more you watch it,
it's
the
probably
more you're
on
like,
YouTube.
I've seen the YouTube many times.
Oh god.
Yeah. They have an official Good Girls one, but the official Good Girls one is kind of sexy and romantic for all the fans, all the lusting women out there. But your own version is a bit more like grounded, because I'm like, it kind of been this hot and heavy the whole time, but it's not true. It really was.
From the get-go, sexual tension through the roof.
But if you do want to see, I think up until season 3, from seasons 1 till 3, they do have a montage, which is pretty much every single scene that they're in. So you can watch that on YouTube. But you won't get the 4th, so.
Wow.
Take it with a pinch. Also, they have a lot of fan pages on TikTok and Instagram. So if you just put in Beth and Rio as a hashtag, so much. Every scene to every song you can imagine. Like that's getting into like, there's like a weird romantic songs that you only hear on holiday. You're like, oh, what is this? It sounds new, like, but I've never
Amazed. Lone Stars.
That would be so good. I don't know how you do. And it's like Rio putting a gun to Beth's head.
Hot. I think that's the music video, actually.
It kind of makes sense. Oh my god.
Okay, wait, back to the pilot.
Okay, so in the pilot, it's like they're all in difficult financial situations. So they hold up a grocery, not me saying grocery, a supermarket or a grocery store if you prefer, with guns and that.
Let us know what terminology you prefer.
Launders money through that supermarket. So they've stolen a gang's money. Enter Rio, the hottest man you've ever seen in your goddamn life. And he wants his money back. And he wants it fast.
But it's not your money.
So they then go from being like women doing it for themselves to being like,
hold on, if that's where they launder money,
doesn't make sense to me.
Then what? Surely they've stolen counterfeit cash.
They print counterfeit and then they launder it.
No, but if they're using the store that gets robbed, then surely the good girls initially steal counterfeit money.
I didn't know. I thought they just stole money. I didn't think about it.
But why would Rio give a shit? Because that's not his money in the store, right? They're washing their money there. So what's the big deal? Because
if they take all the money in the store, this is what I thought happened. I could have watched it 4 times. No, that part of that money that they're washing will be in the safe, and they've taken all the money, so they've taken his money as well.
But this is where we need to Google, what is money laundering? What is it? Why is it his money if they're washing money there? Is it not just like they?
It's like adding on a bit every day to your taking, saying that you sold more than you did.
Yeah.
And then putting the counterfeit money in with the rest of the money.
And taking
it goes to the bank. So then you can take out real money.
Okay, I see. Right. But then the banks are just like not checking.
There's loads of counterfeit money going through. There's like a statistic. I can't remember.
Yeah.
There's also a lot of counterfeit goods, isn't it? Something like 10% of the stuff we buy is fake.
Yeah, so woe betide anybody shopping at Shein or Shine, whatever you
honestly, why did they call it that?
Yeah, what is it?
There was an advert on Instagram that was like, win £500 worth of clothes at Shein, and I thought that's literally the whole website. Everything they sell. And the thing is, I'm not gonna lie, Shein stuff, it looks nice. If I did it, that is the only shop I can't shop at. Honestly, I don't have morals anymore.
Refuse.
I used to have so many. I used to be like on boycott Primark, boycott this, boycott that, when I was in uni, part of Amnesty. And I'm like, if it's machine made, somebody convinced me of this, like sunglasses and stuff. If it's machine made, gives a toss. And also a lot of people's factory lines have had to improve because of, I'm looking at you, Nike. Remember the kids?
Yeah.
This is why somebody no tangents today. All I'll say is somebody once said something about a famous person who said something controversial, and they were like, and I was like, but people like, you're still gonna get the shoes. And they were like, no, I don't know why I'm speaking in code. Remember?
I'm confused. And
okay,
I know Ruth.
So it was when Kanye West said, made his slavery comment, and a white woman said to me, he's disgusting. First of all, I'm sorry to break it to you, but obviously what he said wasn't cute, it wasn't accurate, and it wasn't fun. Yeah. But I get, one of my biggest triggers, especially when I'm at work and I'm already dealing with all your little bits of racism every day. The only thing that pisses me off more is when somebody who's white, who literally benefits from white privilege, whether they think they don't or they do, then tries to go on a tirade, because it's like, this isn't the day to start this.
Yeah. Also, just like,
where were you last week?
Come for your own people first,
when accounting.
Okay? Yeah.
And I'm not, this is why I didn't want to say, because I'm not justifying what he said. I'm just being honest. It will always bug me, especially growing up in England. If you've grown up in England as a white person, shut the hell up. I don't want to hear a goddamn word out your mouth about racism, because you just learned what that was last week. You have no idea. And I know your granddad uses the M word. Don't start with me. Anyway, sorry about that. So she was saying that, but she doesn't know this, and I can't speak freely because I'm at work, because she thinks she knows me, because everybody does, but I'm being fake when I'm at work. But I'm just thinking, oh, please. And then I was like, so obviously I do that thing I do, where I'm just like, yeah, but you're still going to get the shoes, aren't you?
Yeah, the pot.
Yeah. And she's like, how could you say that? How could anyone buy his shoes after what he said? And I was literally thinking, Nike made their shoes were being sewn by children for years. You probably have Nikes on right now. They literally, their marketing used to be to exploit black children.
These guys,
hello, iPhones. They had to put nets outside the factories to stop people jumping out and killing themselves. I'm so sorry, I shouldn't have said it like that. But
also, I bet. Well, I don't know whether she was wearing makeup or highlighter, but if she was, the chances are probably full of mica. Mica is known to be mined by children.
Oh my god. Oh, is that why you were showing me your phone? Because of all the
No. The phone was because of all the terribleness in the supply chain of Apple. But
because
mica,
literally,
the
black children
mica
mining.
is like, yeah, exactly. So that's your highlighter. That's your bronzer. That's your eyeshadow.
Oh my god, we should have avoided this conversation. I'm in too deep. Get me out.
Back to Good Girls. Where are we? We're talking about money laundering.
Okay, we don't know about money laundering, so let's not.
No, yeah.
Let's not.
I assume there are many different ways to do it, I guess.
And we don't know any of them. Oh, unless, okay, no.
So the girls have I say girls because that's the title of the show. I'm not infantilizing them.
Here come the girls.
Good women.
Who sang that song?
I don't know. I just associate it so much with Boots, the farm, the apothecary, the Boots Christmas advert.
Where there was women marching down the street for no reason because of
because they're getting ready for the Christmas party, and suddenly like the clock strikes whatever hour, and then all the girls get their makeup out and start walking together to the toilets to put their makeup on, and then walk out in like their fancy clothes, and they're ready for the Christmas party. Thinking about the kind of adverts that we grew up with, wow. I mean,
but we did do those things.
No, and we still do.
But I don't have good memories of like having fun. I wish I'd worked in a different environment where I could have had like fun Christmas party memories. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, in my early 20s when you could really rock on.
Yeah, and you'd have to be in work the next day, but you know, it was fine.
Yeah, I didn't have that.
I think
Here come the girls.
No, yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, God, we can't. Anyway, the good girls have robbed the grocery store. What happens? I don't know.
They've robbed the grocery store and then the gang comes to collect because they're like, you actually want my money. But I was just saying, from that point, they're not like women in command for a long time because they're basically just trying to avoid death.
They're just mums who are in financial dire straits, and they're really just trying to provide for their families.
Yeah, and they've really pushed the MILF brand hard in a good way, not a bad way. So hard.
And is it like in a way that's like they really wanted to have like something for everyone? Sorry,
what
but
kind
like,
of milk do you like?
Yeah, we've got everybody covered. They really like go for the full broad. Okay, not everybody, but just like it's a broad spectrum.
I thought they were trying to show. The one thing I do like is like the moms are actually a bit more realistic than other mothers I've seen.
Yeah, for sure.
Like they're just, the families were just a bit more like real.
Yeah.
And I liked that. I mean, you know, the man who pays for everything is always cheating. Always cheating. And if that triggers you out there, you know what he's doing.
Cheating.
And if you have any sense, you'll let him, because these bills aren't going to pay. That was a joke, guys. I have left for less.
Look,
so I won't join you in that.
Might want some peace and quiet, so
no, you have to leave. I'm sorry. You can't let a man run you ragged. You have enough problems. Okay, one thing I did want to talk about is at the end of season 1. So Beth obviously ends up having this section. Obviously,
Beth is the
main
Joan,
character.
aka Christina Hendricks.
Yeah, who I
just, if you don't know the show or what we're talking about, but you do know Mad Men, imagine modern day Joan.
Not really.
In like looks.
Joan would not have been cooking up in that kitchen like that. I mean, she would have.
No, she might have ended. She might have got there and then suddenly been like, "What the fuck am I doing with my life?" And then she would have robbed a grocery store.
No, she wouldn't. Joan would have been like running an agency somewhere, like the first woman director or something.
And she'd deserve it.
Joan was a go-getter.
But anyway, same actress, so you get the picture.
You get the vibe. Apparently, it was a different actress. They used a different actress in the pilot, and then it came to it, and they said that the character had changed so much that they needed to recast
and reshoot the pilot.
Yeah,
good choice. Sorry,
I think it was after they got banned. Yeah, but that's what the writers said. But like, if I was replaced by Christina Hendricks, I'd be devoted. I'd be like, oh, you just wanted somebody hotter.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Suddenly Christina Hendricks' agent calls and they're like, sorry, sweetheart.
You gotta go. We're changing the whole script. It's over.
You said that I was magic.
But I think the original actress, I can't remember. I think she's also a good actress. But the thing is, Christina Hendricks is actually a really good actress. So you can't knock it. Yeah. Like you can go and be salty, but you can't even say anything because everyone will be like, but she's brilliant. So
yeah.
Now look at you.
And we've got Retta, who is from Parks and Rec. Incredible.
I love this
as a serious, because I've never seen her in, casted in a serious role. She can turn it out.
Yeah, she did what needed to be done. And obviously her and Stan's relationship was, I don't know, such a real like marriage. There are a few married couples who are like, and I'd say the ones that you can tell are gonna go the distance. But yeah, they're like a real couple that you could see in real life. But the real stories, are the scandalous ones. The scandalous stories are Beth and Rio. So Beth is married. Her husband is cheating on her. She finds out early on, and then she ends up getting with Rio, who is like the head of the gang. And their sexual chemistry. Not in season one, but okay, at the end of season one. Okay, so when you rewatch it, that's when you're like, what? So there's a scene where Rio comes into her house and he wants his money, and he's like, where's my money, darling? She's got him arrested. And he's come out. I'm confusing it. They have so much drama. They are the most toxic couple I've ever seen. They make Olivia and Fitz look like a healthy partnership. They are a mess.
Yeah.
But so he comes in, Beth walks into her house. She thinks she's gotten rid of Rio, so she's feeling all cocky. And Rio is sitting next to her husband, and her husband has his hands tied behind his back and like blood on his face. And Rio has clearly been in a fight with him. Then Rio hands Beth the gun like she needs to shoot this guy, or slides Beth the gun. He's saying, if you want to be the king, you've got to kill the king. So basically, if you want to take over my business, you have to kill me. And her husband's like, Beth, do it. And she's like, shut up. And that's when I was like, she hates that. She's like, if you die, and she's like, stay out of this.
Thinking.
We are thinking together. You are just the third party. And then he gets up and walks over to her all sexy and like touches her face really slowly. And I'm like, imagine if you're Dean, her husband, you're sitting there with your hands behind your back. This gangster has just beaten you up. And now he's touching your wife. And
she is loving it.
Well, she's like really upset, but she's like clearly finds him like the greatest comfort.
Arousing, yeah.
Even though he's the one creating the chaos. But it's all often like that. The men to come in, they cause the chaos, but then they comfort you and you forget that it was them that started this in the first place. But then he's like, it's all right. And then he just turns and shoots her husband. Oh my god, the first time I was shocked, but after that I was just like, this is so funny to me. Oh my god, that is how you get one up on somebody, because her husband almost lost their house, to be fair. So still,
yeah, that is true. And his business, right? Or did he what happened? Yeah,
he was like just taking out more and more credit, not running the business properly, having affairs, and they were about to lose everything. So Beth had to turn to a life of crime. And in that, found a lover who shot her husband.
And she liked that up to a point. I think she was enjoying the life of crime. She was enjoying having something that was her own. Yeah. So, but Beth did like crime. She did like it at first. She turned to crime, and she was loving it. She had her own little thing on the side, or very much not on the side, her actual thing. And she was enjoying climbing the ranks. But I then feel like things got a bit too... I feel like she got in a bit deep. And the only way to get out was to go deeper.
Yeah, but it's like every time she tried to like get rid of Rio, because she kept trying to get rid of him, it was like she had no intention of leaving the crime life behind, the criminal life behind. She just didn't want to have to deal with him and owing him.
She wanted to go freelance.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
we've all been there.
But like we've all been in that situation where it's like, good luck, because they just keep dragging you back. the other thing I wanted to talk about, apart from the fact that Rio shot Dean, which I still think is nuts but hilarious.
Was that's before Rio takes all the furniture from the house?
Yeah. That's he takes all the furniture, I think, in season 3 or 4.
Yeah.
He does a lot of things that are just messed up. But I read this comment on YouTube about him, which was like, people are hard on them, but so basically, the people really romanticize their relationship, but they were basically saying that Rio was the only one who believed in Beth and saw her full potential. He basically coached her to become who she is by season 4. Like, it's like basically like a mentor
in the most toxic
crime.
way imaginable. Yes,
absolutely.
Sure.
But it's like they're in the criminal underworld. Like, he's not going to do it gently, but he is.
And also, it was seeing potential because it was benefiting him as well.
Yeah, and even the potential thing, I feel like he just fancied her and just loved having her around.
And she was good at what she was doing, and she could like hold her own, and she was a bit of fun. And when I say a bit of fun, I don't mean to like, just shag. I mean, they had a thing.
She was fun.
They had,
like,
she was
fun.
challenging and like interesting to talk to. And she, she wasn't like a yes person. She really she'd bite back.
But sometimes she was so naive. And to the point, if I notice you're naive, then you are doing it wrong.
Give me an example.
Like when she would always refuse to get rid of the rotten apples, and they would always just cause more and more drama, which would be great for the script. Like there was at the beginning they had other housewives or other moms, running their money through Costco to launder. And then
another method of laundering: you buy a product, you return a product. Buy it with fake dodgy cash, return it for hard cash.
Which I don't think is as easy as it looks.
No, I learned so much from that show.
More than you did from CSI on how to kill somebody.
More than I learned from Annalise Keating and how to get away with murder.
But that show kind of teaches you can't get away with murder because people are so distressful. That's all it is. If everyone was trusting in that show, everyone would have got away with murder. They just always like, you're trying to scream, you did this, you're lying to me, honey, you killed somebody, shut the fuck up and go and sit down.
Now's the time to just be quiet.
Take a break.
Let the lady do her job.
Honestly, journal. Stop causing drama.
Don't journal, don't write it down, just forget about it. Move on. It was an accident, you didn't mean it. Somebody's helping you, you take that help and you fucking accept it and shut up. If that was me in that situation, do you know what I mean? You've just killed somebody. You don't want, if somebody's help, offering you a way out, you shut up and you do what they want. And then guess what? You don't then keep murdering people and then cause a snowball effect. Because that's what happened in How to Get Away with Murder.
Yeah.
Just, if it stopped with the first one, you just put it down as a bad chapter in your life. Close the book and you move on.
They weren't intentionally killing people.
No, murder's a bit strong.
It was like a casual murder, manslaughter.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, but back to the good girls. The
other thing I wanted to talk about was Annie and her baby daddy, because my cousin swears that they were meant to be, but I thought they were a hot mess, and I thought he didn't take any responsibility, and he annoyed me.
Yeah, for sure. I don't think that they should have. I think that they were a classic case of, you think that you're supposed to be together and you just drag out that narrative for ages, and you keep using that as but we're so connected as an excuse for all the messy behavior.
You're hitting enough. Can you stop this? Is this not what I came here for? I would appreciate it.
I can only speak to my lived experience, which is basically the lived experience of every woman on the planet.
I'm doing it as we speak, and I'm like, are you talking about Annie? I will say she's a very relatable character.
Oh, love her.
We have to pause. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, my eyes.
So anybody out there that is using a messy, toxic situation, or using the excuse of just like being deeply connected to somebody that keeps you going back to repeating a messy situation. We hear you, we see you,
we salute you.
We salute you. We've been there. Hopefully one day you'll feel empowered to break that cycle.
They were cute together, but I still think they were a mess. It's not like I didn't get it. It's not like because I thought also like he was actually a really good actor. When they were like alone together, and we would get so much more of their character. Annie is hilarious, and they're amazing parents as well. And I just think their family's cute, but you can tell like they're destructive, and they weren't planning on sorting that out. They just wanted to have a good time.
Yeah, but it was, it just stunts everybody's personal growth and also like development into other areas of their lives. So
yeah,
do try hard to just find a new mess. Yeah,
as she did.
If you can't, and boy did she ever. Yeah,
she got with the undercover policeman, who I just didn't. The guy who was pretending to in season 2, pretending to be the manager at the supermarket, but he was an undercover police officer.
Wow, I need to rewatch this show.
Honestly, a lot happened. And then she got with the guy who lived in his car but turned out to be the love of her life.
Yeah, he was sweet.
Yeah. And then yeah.
And how did Frank lose his job?
Frank?
Not Frank. Stan. Who's Frank?
You're thinking of How to Get Away with Murder. That's Frank.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But yes.
Stan lost
Stan?
Well,
he was a police officer.
Yeah. And then he took some evidence. So he took this pen cap that had Beth's DNA on it, and they found out. So, well, they didn't actually find out. They suspected him, so he got suspended. And then they went to reinstate him, but by the time they went to reinstate him, he was already working as a security officer in a strip club, and had accepted that his wife was living a life of crime. He was like, I'm all right. I'm over it.
Yeah. I can't. It would be a conflict of interest,
but
some might say.
That was one of those scenes where Retta was like, they asked her, like, why do you feel we should give your husband another chance? Because she has to go in front of this committee of police officers to get Stan his job back after he's been suspended. And she's like, she makes up this elaborate story. She's like, we talk about robbing, because they're talking about the financial strain they're under. They were like, how do you get through that? How do you deal with that? And she's like, we plan robberies. And they were like, what? And she's like, yeah, we plan robberies. We plan it all out. We plan where we're going to go, how we're going to do it, what we'll need. But we never do it because Stan would never do that, because if I ever did that, Stan's the kind of man who would, I'm obviously paraphrasing, throw me in jail. And I was like, why do they do this in shows? If you did that in real life, they'd be like, okay, no. Next. But they always do it. And it's just like these speeches where they do a full 180 for impact.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of a time in life where you could do that.
Describe the exact thing that they've done.
I was more thinking like to prove what a good person somebody is, you say like, you're like giving like an extreme example. Like, I'm trying to think of an example. If somebody, like, if you were to like doing a speech to get into a university and they were like, how far would you go to get in? And they're like, I'd kill someone. And the board's like, what? Yeah, I'd kill someone because I'd rather blah, blah, blah than da, 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 da. And it's just like, that would never work. They'll just be like, okay, no, you're doing too much.
Yeah, exactly. Well, in this situation, they'd be like, you talk about robbing a bank and we've had several bank murders and your husband is on like suspension for
Yeah.
taking evidence in a bank robbery.
But they
This is
didn't have proof that he
suspicious.
took it. They were just saying that it seemed like he did. Yeah. But he was a good police officer. As far as much as you can be, if you know what I mean. But
but then, you know, he was also a good security guy at the strip club. So
amazing.
Yeah. Like, you need a guy like that in a job like that.
I don't know her name, but shout out to the woman who played like the lead stripper in the strip club.
Love her.
Love her. Do you know Megan Thee Stallion is in one of the episodes? She's like stripper number 2 or something. I'm guessing in the script. They didn't name her. I'm sure she had a name.
Stripper number 2, Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah.
Well, I did not know that.
I think she has a deal with Netflix, so I can't wait to see what she does. She's really into horror, so I'm guessing.
Oh God. Like that. Nope, thank you.
No.
Can't do horror.
What about like a Drag Me to Hell kind of horror?
Don't know. I know the name,
I
but I don't know
the
what
director's name. We should do that one week. It's like a comedy horror.
I can only really do like gory things if it's like
it's not gory
fantasy. Oh,
I know what you mean.
I just don't like I just don't like scary things.
I get you.
And it's weird. I don't like supernatural scary things, but I love supernatural shows. I love fantasy, but I wouldn't like to watch a scary movie about the paranormal. No, thank you. But a movie about like
even paranormal, like honestly, even talking about this is
I'm gonna be scared. I'm gonna get scared
because I'm like suddenly I realize I'm in the dark. Absolutely.
No, stop it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to be watching something like I have. Oh, never mind.
Watch Good Girls. It's very comforting.
Oh, so true. Oh, yes, great. Thank you. Just a slight deviation from Good Girls, but it's kind of connected to what we're talking about. I have started watching and almost finished the second season of Witcher with Henry Cavill.
Oh yeah, I've never watched it or read the book.
Oh my God. Well, I've never read the book.
I'm only saying that because
I find it so confusing. Like, it's very hard to set. The second season's a bit easier to follow, but it is very difficult to follow. But my God, Henry Cavill as Geralt of Rivia is just divine.
Is Witcher the one with loads of sex in it?
Huh?
Is Witcher the one with loads of sex?
I wouldn't say there's loads of sex.
Just definitely, a little bit.
I think
more or less sex than Good Girls.
Less.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's not actually that much sex in Good Girls.
No,
and less
definitely. Less than in like Game of Thrones. Oh, speaking of Game of Thrones, House of Targaryen should be coming out soon.
Yeah, I'll watch it, but I don't want to.
I'm not. Yeah, I'll watch it because we have to. Well, we don't have to. We don't have to do anything.
We kind of do.
I tell you another thing.
They've already taken so much from me. Why should I give them another chance?
I don't have anything else to do, if I'm being honest. Lies. I've got so much other stuff.
You have other stuff, but you will not.
Another show that I think is actually not good, but I will watch the third season, which has come out, is A Discovery of Witches.
Yeah, my cousin says that's banging.
Absolutely. No, it's not.
But she loves it.
It's about a vampire and a witch.
Sounds great already.
So obviously you'll watch it, but no, it's not good. Like the lead witch is like awful. Sorry, no offense to you there. And it must be, I don't know, it's doing very well. It's gone into a third season. I was surprised it made it to a second, to be honest. Will I watch it? Yeah, of course I will. Do watch Witcher though. I think it's a lot of fun.
No, I'm gonna watch Good Girls again.
Goodbye and good night.
Yeah, that's all I have to say to you. Goodbye.
Yeah, I might need to do a rewatch. Although, wait, maybe I'll wait until season 5 comes out and
it's never coming out.
Oh, is it cancelled?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's so annoying.
But it didn't end on a resolution.
Nope.
Fuck.
It ended. So I thought season 4 was really good because it gives you Rio's backstory, introduces you to his family, his
we've
brother,
only just
cousin.
seen his like corrupt brother cousin.
Yeah, cousin. Who in at the end of that season, his brother cousin goes to prison.
I was just waiting for the brother cousin and Beth to fuck.
Yeah, they had a lot of going on there. The first time I watched it, because I came in and I didn't know about Beth and Rio and stuff.
Okay, also, you saw those two and you were like,
yeah, I thought these two were all right. The second time I watched, I was like, this cousin is evil and I love Rio. Stay away. Oh my God, that is the most, okay, obviously there are top 3 sex scenes. The first one being where Beth, because in season 2, Beth and Rio have sex in the bathroom while her husband's like at the bar.
Yeah.
That was some slimy shit. And I'll give it a 10. I'll give it an 11 out of 10. The second was when Beth invited him over and had sex with him in her marital bed, which I didn't even, to be honest, I didn't even register that's what was happening at the time.
It was just so hot. You're like, yeah, this looks normal.
It was even hot. That scene was very romantic, I thought. But then afterwards, she basically like left him money on the side and was like, okay, I'm out of this life of crime. You can go now. And that felt I was like, he's going to do something crazy now. You can't talk to people like that. Especially people who love waving guns in your face, to the point where he would wave a gun in her face. Shooting her husband was hilarious. I think that was the right choice. But when she shot him and they still found a way back to each other, that's when I was like, you guys have got to be kidding me. Because she shoots him
we
revert
back to our earliest discussion about don't go back to people that you're connected with, or go back to them. No, go back to them, but don't use some bullshit excuse of, oh, but we're just so connected. No, you live for the mess.
You're a messy bitch. She lives for drama. That is it. I actually said that.
There's no connection here.
I mean, there is a connection between those two. Connection between their genitals. Yeah.
Okay, game. So wait, is there another sex scene in season 2? 3?
No. It's season 4 is when, so Beth is wearing the wire. So after she shoots him, he comes back in season 3 and is like, she's shitting herself. She fakes a pregnancy. Mwah. The level of toxicity.
Sorry, yeah, that is some quick thinking. She's come a long way from season 1.
And then on the YouTube clip where she like lies that she had a miscarriage, the people in the comments are like, poor Rio, he really wanted that baby. Oh, I hope Beth's pregnant for real. I'm just like, you guys are all sick and need help. I get it, but also so disgusting. She's literally been like
was he actually happy?
Oh, he seemed genuinely sad when she said, even though he knew she was kind of lying, he still seemed sad.
Did they go to an ultrasound and then she managed to get the doctor to lie about the ultrasound.
The mother of Rio's child, who Beth befriended when she thought he was dead so that she could support her financially. She pleaded to her, and then she got the doctor, who is her family doctor, to lie for Beth and say she's pregnant when she wasn't. I'm not saying he seemed happy there, but even that scene is funny. But on the third watch, you're like, isn't this deeply problematic? But it's also
like, sorry, how is this, even if she was pregnant for real, how do you see this working, guys? Come on. How's this working?
They just want the Bonnie and Clyde to have a baby. That'd be a cute baby, though. Not that matters.
Not the point.
Not the point. Oh my God, Rio's neck tattoo is also not real. It's for the show.
Oh, is it for the show? I guess. That makes sense.
He has 2. He has like one that's like
but
writing.
Not the full,
that's
like,
real.
Chest piece. Neck.
Yeah.
Front
I think it's
piece.
like a Roman numeral. That's not real. But it's always perfect, and it suits him so goddamn well.
He should get a neck tattoo.
Absolutely. He's a married man, but that is not the point.
In real life, he's like the sweetest guy. Just
He is. He
every
seems
time
it.
people see him. But it's a good job that he doesn't have that tattoo though, because if he did for real, then people in the street would not. They just where now they can probably be like, oh, you look like that guy from Good Girls, and he can be like,
they'll know it's him, because the thirst for him is so real. Like, I don't know how he must get annoyed.
I'm just doing a quick Google Rio just to remind myself.
Of what he
Rio
looks like.
Good. No, I remember. Now I just want to know
the
what
way
his
that
real
he
names is.
I can't remember his real name. It's
Oh
the
my
way
God.
that he
Sorry,
speaks
one thing
back.
that comes up when you type in Good Girl, Rio Good Girls, and then in Google it's like Good Girls character, Good Girls whatever, Rio Good Girls Hey Mama. Like,
yes, that's it.
The way he says that.
And he calls her Elizabeth, and no one else does.
Yeah.
The fans are thirsting out of their panties for that one.
Okay, Adelpha Ma.
The only other character I feel like we have to talk about is I can't remember his name. Annie's manager from the supermarket.
Oh my God, that creep. He's played by. Do you watch It's Always Sunny?
No, but I recognised him. I didn't know where from.
Yeah, he's in that. Cricket. Gross.
The way that there's an episode, I think it's season 3, it might be season 4, where he's killed. Sorry if you haven't seen it. But like, that is one of the best episodes of Good Girls. Full stop. They go and pick him up from prison. So he's escaped from prison by crawling out of like the poo pipeline. So he's like covered in poo or whatever. And then he has to get in a bag in the back. Then he finds out his nana's died, who's like a big character. And then the nana's ashes, Beth is like threatening to throw the nan's ashes in the bin if he doesn't get back in the bin. It's just a mess. At the end, he's being like carried in a bag by Rio's like men to be killed, and he's like begging Annie to spread his nan's ashes, and it's actually quite sad, but in a weird way it's very funny. Sorry to find that funny. That is such a good episode. Oh my God, he is a mess. He's so scary in the first season and a half, because I get that they're making more of a comedy character, but he's scary because he's like a rapist and an abuser.
Yeah.
He's scary.
Yeah, he's pretty awful. I don't like him.
Yeah, a lot of awful.
But as an actor, he's great because you do really, really have a reaction to him.
Yeah, and all of the actors in this are funny. Like, they're genuinely funny.
Yeah.
So it's like they're not just good actors, they're hilarious. So it's like they can deliver like both.
Yeah.
Which is rare. It must have taken a while to get the casting done, unless the writers are like, no, first we just picked anyone.
Apart from, we picked anyone and then we replaced them with Joan / Christine.
Yeah. Oh, but she was devastated that there was no 5th series, and I don't know if you heard all the rumors that her and his name is Manny, his first name,
Manny Montana.
Yes, gorgeous name. Her and Manny didn't get along.
Oh, maybe that contributed to the.
That's what the blogs were saying, because I won't call them news outlets, because let's be honest, they are blogs. But at first I was shocked when I heard, like, there's just like rumors they didn't get along. At first I was shocked, but then I was like, oh my God, they are so good, because their scenes, their chemistry, imagine like having, but then sometimes you do have chemistry with people that you hate.
But maybe there's that hatred that they channel into like
lust.
Yeah, or and the situation that they're in, there must be a part of Beth that does hate Manny, but there's kind of like a bit intrigued by him and just really captivated. And there's you know, sometimes like when you really, like, everybody has a nemesis, you know, not like a full enemy, but a nemesis that you like spar against, and you like. Yeah,
I've definitely had like toxic partner nemesis.
Yeah,
I don't know how to say that. Yeah, but I just think they're both brilliant actors, and
totally.
also, I think when I watched an interview that he did, it seemed more not like they don't get on, but that he stays in character when he's around the set all the time. So he doesn't really which, to be fair, he's like, I've watched,
so you're just like, you know, do a scene and then you go to get like your bagel at the fucking catering stand and he's like, hey mama.
No, I think he just keeps to himself so he can stay in character. To be fair, like, I feel like
he's
I
want to be with the girls, come on Manny.
That's the thing. And if everyone else is like laughing and joking and getting on, then you have to be to do your job, you have to be a bit more serious and somber. The way he was describing it sounded like a little bit isolating for him, and he almost felt guilty and he wondered how other people would react to him because he knows he's like that on set.
But it paid off.
It definitely did, and it's not fair to judge someone. And obviously we all want to work in a great working environment, but when you're acting, it's not really fair, or any form of performance.
You
have to let people
you
have to let people do what they're doing, and none of them actually really come out and complain. These are a lot of rumors and clips taken.
Probably all bullshit.
No, I think there is some truth to it, but I think it was exaggerated for media, but there's definitely some truth to it. But but that's not, and I think it's unfair to blame that on why they didn't get the fifth season. They didn't get the fifth season because the ratings for, I think, the third were so low. And then, or the third and the fourth were dipping, the fourth, and then also COVID, budget cuts, like it all happened at once. So they basically said to the actors they can come back for a fifth season, but they all have to take a pay cut. And I think it's not fair. Obviously, I'm a fan of the show, but I wouldn't expect somebody to take a freaking, because you don't know how much work goes into it. You don't know if they're being paid fairly in the first place. I don't know their contracts. So if you don't want to do it, you don't want to do it. Like, it's fair. I think that NBC, by not bringing up, I think they're doing something, the devil's work. Because that, even if they didn't have streams on that day, something like that on Netflix, people will always find it. Look how many times I've watched it.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter about the, it's not about
you'd come to it sooner.
But I couldn't have, it wasn't a peak time in television then. Do you know what I mean? There was a lot going on. 2020 wasn't a great year for TV. They should have renewed it. They should have. I think they should have. It was really expensive to make television at the beginning of COVID, though. Starting
to heat up. Not starting to heat. It was already hot from the get-go, but there was some new character story, like not necessarily character development, but there was some new character storylines coming in, you know, that were just starting. Been nice to just, because the big thing is Annie went to prison and that wasn't resolved. Annie was framed for shooting her sister. I think I honestly, at first, I've made peace with it now a little bit, but at first, I'm not joking, I've signed a petition to bring it back. I was so, because the more I thought about it, I was just like, pay them and give us a final season. We'll watch it. We'll make it worth your while.
We will do a special on every episode.
Every episode. We'll do a season, for God's sake.
Honestly, like,
you heard it here first, guys. So go, if you want in on that season, if you want to hear us talk about that, season 5, blow by blow, sign a petition, link in bio.
If this petition is the first one I put in the bio, it'll be like,
oh yeah, wow. For all the stuff that we like get on a soapbox about.
This is where we're like, no. Everybody's it's hypocritical, because like this one time there was this woman, I shouldn't call her a girl, who posted a petition on Facebook to not let Friends get removed from Netflix. Oh. And I was like, I literally left a comment like, of all the causes, you never post anything, and this is where you're like, maybe it annoyed me so much because Friends is the most, to me, the most everywhere accessible freaking basic show. Some of us have to go through hell to get our shows. Friends is everywhere.
Yeah, can we like revert back to America's Next Top Model?
Oh my god, exactly. I wanted to watch Living Single, couldn't watch it. I wanted to watch Roswell, couldn't freaking watch it.
Also, do we, like, be honest with yourself? Do you really need to rewatch Friends? No, you fucking don't.
I think Friends is a lot of people who are into it. I think that's their main comfort watch. Like same with The Office.
Get like with The Office.
Yeah.
But again, I still ask you, even if that's the case, just be honest with yourself. Do you really need to rewatch it?
Also,
is there something else that you could give a go? Come on.
Nah, Friends fans only want Friends.
Bro.
I wonder if we'll ever do a Friends episode. I have a love-hate relationship with Friends. Like, it's not as bad as the way I talk about it. It isn't. And I definitely have enjoyed watching episodes, but it just makes me angry sometimes.
I think it's just just very dated. And I guess that's like, people would say, of course, that's not fair to like say that it's, you know, over what, like 20-25 years old. Of course it's going to be dated, but I also disagree. I think some of the things are just,
the earlier episodes aren't that bad. They're like a lot of funny things, a lot of funny bits, but towards the end I just felt like they were just like, now you're just being ridiculous. Like, what is this? But what was I going to say? Well, Friends, it wasn't going to be good. They had their moments. There's definitely funny bits in there for sure. There's funny episodes. Oh my god, Monica's whole weight loss thing, problematic as hell. But there are so many shows that make somebody losing weight. They do it as well in New Girl. I forgot. It's like Schmidt's weight is like 50% of his character.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, please. Do you know what song I can't get out of my head right now? Guys, I swear I'm not like this in real life. If you listen to this, you'll get such a weird. You're like, I don't know about that. That Selena Gomez song. The only Selena Gomez song that I freaking love.
Is it
the one?
Can't get you.
Give me something. What was
that? Can't Keep My Hands to Myself.
Never heard it.
Oh my god, that is the only Selena Gomez song that I.
What about that? I feel like you'll like that song with the wolves. Well, it's like a dancey song. It's actually a decent song. It's like I can't remember. Something about wolves. But I'm thinking of the song where she's like, I'm trying not to think about you. No?
Know it, but maybe I'll give it a listen.
I do think it was a very random single, and for some reason it just caught me on the right day, and I was like, oh, I love it.
Yeah, listen to Can't Get You Out of No.
Is it early?
Can't Keep My Hands to Myself.
Is it early Selena Gomez? Because I refuse. Let's be honest, she made
what do you consider early? It's like
when she still looked like a child.
2016, sorry. 2016,
I don't think she started making good music until 2018, I want to say.
Sorry, but this song is amazing.
The thing is, she must be doing something right, because her fan base.
Uppers and downers in it.
Just because she's talking about drugs doesn't mean we have to.
No, my point is in terms of like the time, the chronology of when she might be singing a song that, you know, I would take to reference drugs. But I guess uppers and downers could also be
what else could that be?
And alcohol.
Oh, yeah, but they're still drugs.
That
you guys can fool yourselves all you want. You're getting sloshed on those drugs. Okay, I'm on her page. Okay, the songs I was thinking about, the wolves. Oh, okay, that was in 2017. She has a song with Kygo called It Ain't Me. Oh no, I'm not gonna even pretend. That is a good song. And she also has that song Lose You to Love Me, which is annoying.
Oh yeah. I needed to lose you.
It's annoying but good. And then again, Wolves. That's the song I was thinking of. Wolves. I confused It Ain't Me with Wolves. I don't know what Wolves is. I don't know why I thought it was. I'd never heard that song. I'm sorry. Yes, the song is called Bad Liar that I'm singing in my head. She has a song with A$AP Rocky called Good For You.
Who knew? Probably all of you.
Oh,
Selena Gomez is one of those people where I'll hear a song and I'll think, oh, I guess this is quite catchy. And I'll never remember who it's by. And then I'll look it up, like, and think, and then be like, oh, so that's a Selena Gomez song. Because I always feel like I never know any. Do you know what I mean? It's just,
100%.
and I guess it's because in the States, given how big she is, I'm like, she's so big, but I just don't really know any of your music.
I think you'll know it, Amy, for sure. That song, it had London in a chokehold in all those, like, those bars we talk about in Central.
Which bars?
Like the ones that are just like, you just end up there like in Piccadilly.
Oh God, not for a long while.
Yeah, but there's no way you haven't heard this song if you've been anywhere in Central. Maybe even if you go into like any of the shops, that song would have been on all the time.
Most likely.
Yeah. But yeah, that's our Selena Gomez segment. But I know
We're not sponsored.
I feel like the same way, just because they're not that big here, but they're obviously huge in the States. Her and Demi Lovato.
Yeah, agree. Can't think
huge,
of any of their songs.
But here, like, but there's loads of artists here that they'll be like.
Well, of course, but we're, Britain's much smaller. They probably haven't even heard of the artists any of the artists, whereas we at least know these people.
They know Skepta now, so, and they know Adele, everybody knows it.
Come on, Adele's like, we can't claim her as Adele's like a mega global star. She's not just a...
Oh, to know, she really reps for England for some reason. I'm like, for some reason, these Caucasians love their country.
What's a good equivalent? I can't think of anybody because I genuinely can't think of any British artist that's quite big here, but probably not globally.
Oh, I was thinking of, I'm not going to say because I refuse to acknowledge that. Becky G. So no shade.
Who the hell is that? Okay, clearly somebody's not even well known in this country.
No, she has lots of top 10 hits. I feel like if you heard one of her songs, you would know the song. Okay, I've got another one. The blonde woman who changed like this. Oh,
Donald Trump.
That's not how he sings. I've never heard him sing. Ellie Goulding.
Oh, yes. Oh, gosh, yeah.
You can't tell me that wasn't a good impression.
No, you're right, yeah.
I just couldn't remember any of her songs.
Everybody's starry-eyed.
Everybody knows.
Oh, what's that 50 Shades one?
I don't know.
Oh, fuck. Love me like you do. La, la, la.
Do you know who I was listening to the other day? And I was like, bloody hell, this woman has some bops. Do you remember Corinne Bailey Rae?
Yeah, I do.
Oh,
I don't know if I liked her, though. I think I found her a
bit annoying.
Is that the one that's like, little bird sat on my window? Yeah. Yes,
she did a cover of the most famous Bob Marley song. That's what you're saying.
But that's the one that's the famous
one. No,
no,
I'm so sorry. She quotes Bob Marley in Girls Put Your Records On. Girls Put Your Records On. Yeah, that's the song that might make you hate her because again,
but the other one was, I think, I was singing the verse to go like,
she says
about the little bird. Sat on the window.
But that is a quote from Bob Marley's song Three Little Birds. But she also does a cover of a different Bob Marley song. So I was going, my wires crossed.
But now we've cleared that up.
No, but that song aside, she does have some, like I was listening to her first album, and on Apple Music, everyone gets like an essential album, but Apple pick. And I was like, that Corinne Bailey Rae first album, that's a classic album. How I feel like if you're like British and you're like not like huge,
like that, and like Nora Jones.
No, Nora Jones will have like 3 classic albums. Nora Jones had The People in Her Head. Look,
Katie Melua.
Yeah, but I was never really that. But I get it. No. What's her name? My fingertips are holding. Kate Nash.
To the cracks in our foundations. Yeah.
She's making a splash on TikTok.
She's in Glow.
Yeah, I didn't know it was her.
Oh
I've never watched it.
No.
Is it good?
It's amazing.
Doesn't it get cancelled after 2 seasons? I'm sick of my shows being cancelled. I can't.
Yeah, true. You'll be upset. Yeah, it's either 2 or 3 seasons. Probably just 2. Annoying though, because it's amazing.
Again, it was
and
a
Kate
COVID
Nash
cancel.
is brilliant in it.
Okay.
Oh, COVID took. Oh, I shouldn't say that.
What were you going to say? COVID did take everything.
COVID took so much from us.
It truly did. Like,
I
that's
know.
not a crazy statement at all. I know you feel
know,
bad saying it in relation to television, but that's just scratching the surface.
True. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
And that Nora Jones' first album, well, it's probably not her first album. Her album, 2002 album, Come Away With Me, is listed as a classic, essential album.
Oh my God. Also remember a similar vein, what's his name? Damien Rice.
I can't lie. That album was doing numbers in her house. I genuinely felt like
I've been a fight. Speaking of people, it must be a British thing. That
that is his essential album on Apple.
Right, fair enough.
I'm gonna write an email to Apple and just be like, I feel like Corinne Bailey Rae's first album should be listed as an essential album, and apart from racism, I can't think of a single reason why it isn't. And see what they say. They're gonna ignore me.
Yeah.
They're gonna ignore me because why? It's her essential album. Oh, it's like, let's see if Natasha. Oh my God, not me downloading Damien Rice's. So come on, courage. Teach me to be kind. Oh my God, I was going to say shy. I was like, that's not the word.
It could be shy or kind. Oh, who knows?
It has to be kind. Oh my God, that album.
Oh my God, Blower's daughter.
Oh,
Jesus.
Had a single called Song for Berta, 3 songs. Oh, the cover art is gorgeous, that came out in 2021. And if you think I'm not having a listen, I absolutely am. I want to see what he's up to. I love seeing what people are up to. That's why I was even on Corinne Bailey. I was like, what was that Corinne Bailey Rae song? It was like something about a star, like a star, just like a star across my sky. Oh, I love that song.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, Corinne. I can't believe it's not her essential album.
This has been now that's 2002. You are here with Ruth.
A great year for easy listening.
Yes.
Remember the other
who sang There Are 12 Million Bicycles in Beijing?
I don't know.
Who is that?
Also, Iris, going back to a conversation we had weeks ago, Iris is by the Goo Goo Dolls. Do you remember? I thought it was by Train. They actually reference Train in Good Girls in the funniest way. Like, Annie's listening to music and Train songs keep coming on, and she pretends that she doesn't like them. The guy that she's with is like, I love Train. And she's like, oh my God, me too. Oh God. Okay, who am I? 10 million or 12?
9. At the time of writing, there were 9 million bicycles in Beijing.
That's Katie.
That's Kelsey Melua, yeah.
Yeah, I can never say her name.
Is
she Thai?
I don't know.
She looks like half English, half Thai. Ooh, okay, maybe a quarter Thai. I'm overdoing it. Now I've seen another picture. I'm like, no, she's not. She's Irish? I don't know.
Well, this has been swell.
Yeah, I don't think I ever really got into her. But she has like a doppelganger. I want to say Ellie, Emma, Katie. I don't know one of those names. I'll figure it out and come back to you.
Yeah. Please do. Let us all know. We'll do a side by side.
I was supposed to come back to you with something else this week. What did I say I was going to come back on? Okay. The fact that we're closing with this. Okay, the show that I was talking about on BBC was called Just Girls. on BBC Three.
Right, yeah.
Which is also a girl group. So everybody should watch it. Not that you will. And the act, because they're the actresses, basically, from Just Girls. I can't even find it. It wasn't called that, clearly. Okay, let's round up. Sorry. Eliza. That's what I was thinking of, not Emma. Eliza Doolittle.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm Eliza Thornberry. Sorry. I came into my head.
Oh,
I used to love that show.
I'm not the only one who couldn't get into it.
You couldn't get into the Wild Thornberries?
No.
Yes.
Probably because it was like English people on safari. Actually, no, only the dad was English.
Only, yeah, but he was very English.
And he was, but they were endearing people. I was like, why do people like
behind it?
I got the theme tune for sure, like the opening credits are
yes,
phenomenal.
Brilliant.
I was more of an As Told by Ginger Girl. Each of their own.
Indeed.
We're gonna have to cut half of this.
World's
I say that at the end
world's worst closer. But what can we say? We're out of practice, so go watch Good Girls.
We've been saying that for weeks. We're out of practice. We're just on a downward spiral.
Watch Good Girls. Let us know what you think. Tell us if you agree that Beth. Don't tell us if you agree if Beth and Rio's chemistry is off the charts. If you do, if you don't agree, don't tell us, and don't pretend you're not watching that on reruns.
And they are good actors as well. That's what makes it so impressive.
Yeah. It's a great show. So don't forget to sign the petition. Let's get season 5 in the running.
Not the petition. Okay.
And we will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Wait there just a minute, buddy. Rewind the